Before we start the video, I love Taylor Swift and I love swifties. Let's just put that out there before anything else that I say. Anyways, is anyone else really tired of swifties being in every single fandom? Sorry, it had to be said. Someone has to say it. And this time it'll be me. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I have nothing against swifties normally, but I've seen a massive surge of, okay, not really swifties, but kind of like insane super fans infiltrating a lot of smaller fandom spaces, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I think we need to have another discussion about fandom culture.
You are under spells, people. You're under spell.
Now, of course, there is a much larger discussion to be had about parasocialism, about having this sort of pedestal mentality against certain fans. Stuff that I've already talked about briefly before, stuff that I've kind of already mentioned in another video. If you want to watch, I'm sure the video will be somewhere up there. But it's a conversation that we unfortunately need to have again. So I'm here today to do that for you guys. But before we get into that though, I do need to introduce myself first. Let's get to know each other. Hi, welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about music and music related things. I like to talk about albums, artists, events, and observations that I see happening in the music world around me. So if that is something that you seem to be into, you are welcome to like, subscribe, and stick around for a little while. I post videos every Wednesday, or at least I try to, so hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a video. And let me know down in the comments what brought you to this video. I would just love to know. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into this actual video. So if anything, this is just kind of a rant of just some observations that I've seen, and it's nothing against certain fans, nothing against certain fandoms. It's more of just a specific genre of fan that I've seen popping up time and time again. I go to a lot of shows, or at least I try to, right? And I try to go to a lot of smaller shows of a lot of smaller artists to just kind of see what the vibe is, kind of get to know some smaller artists a little bit, you know, support your local scene and all that. But recently, there's been a weird type of person that I see popping up a lot lately. And I think, as much as I hate to say it, I do think it really is connected to the Swifties a little bit. Let me explain. So, we all know the Eras Tour. We all know it. We all love it. But do we know about the openers? I think that there's been this sort of trickling down of certain fans of certain artists, of certain openers. Let me break it down for you. So we have Taylor Swift, who did the Eras Tour. Who opened for Taylor Swift? Gracie Abrams. And then Gracie Abrams got really popular, and then she went on tour. And then who opened for Gracie Abrams? Role Model. And so we have all of these Swiftie fans who now became Gracie fans, who now became Role Model fans. The cycle, of course, is just gonna keep on continuing and going down and down and down as these artists get more popular, right? Like I said, there's a very specific type of fan, and of course, this is nothing to that type of person. If you are that type of person who loves bigger artists or more mainstream artists, of course, if you have the means and the funds to do the things I'm about to say, go do it. Do as your heart pleases. Honestly, I'm jealous of you, if anything. But do we really need to be going to almost every single show on the East Coast of one tour? Do we really need to be at every single date? The whole point of a tour is that the artist comes to you, not you going all the way across the country with them. I think I really just had to get that one out there because some of y'all are doing like 10 dates on a 15 show tour. Where are you finding the time? Where are you finding the money? Where are you finding the housing? Where are you finding the transportation? Where are you finding the outfits? Where are you finding the friends to do this with? Can I have your friends? Can we all be one big friend group? Can we all go on a tour together? Please. One of my dreams is to follow a tour and go to multiple dates, But it's this certain type of person who will go to multiple dates on a tour and they'll camp out for every show. And I've already made a video about camping as it is. Actually, it was my first video that I made. So if you want, you can also probably watch that up right there. They will camp out for every show. There'll be barricade for every show, there'll be VIP for every show. And like, it gets to a point because the issue with it then is these fans become well known and popular amongst a fandom, which is no fault to their own. People will idolize whoever they want to idolize. You can't really control that. You can't really control having a big following or having a sort of cult following amongst a smaller fandom. It's bound to happen to some people who are more active in the fandom. But you know, it gets weird when certain fans sort of play into it and they start acting like it's their tour. Yeah, I'm not here to name names. I'm not gonna say who or what fandom, but if you know, you know. Certain fans tend to act like they are on tour and they start doing meetups and things. It's kind of weird in my opinion. I'm just saying. But honestly, it really gets weird when other fans begin to idolize them and act like that person who is literally just a fangirl, literally just a fan, not even like a popular fangirl or anything, or like an influencer like Nadia from TikTok, not like her, but people who are literally just normal people existing in their everyday life who just happen to have a larger following because they post fangirl content. So now everyone is treating them as if they're some sort of hotshot celebrity, which is so weird to say because these are some people that I know personally. They're literally just a girl, and not even like just a girl, like they're literally just a girl, like anyone else walking down the street. And it's weird that you people, I say you people, not you people, but some people treat them like a literal celebrity, sometimes treating them more like a celebrity than the actual artist that they're a fan of, which is like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I understand that it's part of fangirl culture to be like obsessive, but why? Because now it's putting pressure on other people to spend more money, go to more shows. In the end of the day, it's very capitalistic. And I don't know if people are realizing it and they're doing it on purpose, or if it's just the capitalism mentality. Is that even a thing? I don't know. This is just like the yap of all yaps ever. It is 11 p.m. It is well past my bedtime. But I feel like it plays a lot into people being pressured to go to more shows, to go to shows earlier and earlier and earlier. Whatever happened to the days where we wouldn't tell people what time we were getting to the venue? What happened to the days of gatekeeping? Like, I'm sorry, some things need to be gatekept. Because why are we getting to the venue at 3 a.m. and there's already 12 other people in line? You guys are willingly sleeping on the sidewalk for well over 12 hours, sometimes well over 24 hours, for an artist that doesn't even have 500k listeners. Can we be so serious? Like, can we genuinely be so serious? And this happens in every single type of fandom. This is not just about the pop girlies. This is not just about the emo girlies. This is about everyone. It happens at country concerts. Country concerts. What? Why? Who is queuing 18 hours to go to an arena? You have a seat. Maybe I just don't get it because I haven't experienced it yet, because I still live in like a relatively smaller city. So not a lot of people travel to my city to go to a concert. At least like artists come, but other people don't come. I don't know. I just think it's very strange the way that some of y'all treat other of y'all when you are all just y'all. You are all on the same level. No one is higher, no one is lower. You are not less or more of a fan if you go to less or more shows. I don't know who started that rumor, but if you need someone to tell you, if you go to just one show or no show at all, it doesn't make you more or less of a fan. And to be honest, you don't really want to be best friends with your favorite artist because they're probably not that awesome. I'm just saying, they're probably actually not all that, and the idolization of them that you have in your head is not the reality of who they are. And the more that you learn about them, the less you're gonna like them. Now, of course, that's not for all artists, but for some of you guys who are idolizing these artists that don't even have like 300 or 500K listeners, these very small artists, and you're getting to their venues at 8 in the morning to go to their show in their 200 cap venue, you will be fine, I promise. You will be okay getting to the venue at 4 p.m. when doors are at 7. You will be okay getting to the venue at 6 p.m. You will be okay getting to the venue when doors open or after doors open. You will have a perfect view. Unless you're like 5'2" or something, then you should probably get there a little bit earlier. But yeah, that was my yap. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you want more yaps. I have a lot of things that I could talk about. But that's gonna cut it for this video. I hope you guys had a fun time chilling with me. That's really all I have to say. Okay, bye!